Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I wanted to give you guys my first part of my guide series for Modern Warfare, and I want to make guides for each Spec Op mission and the best way to complete it in my opinion. And I decided to start off with Operation Crosswind, and this is one of my favorite Spec Op missions, probably my favorite one, but I've noticed that so many people struggle with this mission, so many people have a hard time with this mission. So in this mission, I'm going to show you guys how to do the majority of this mission stealth. You can actually do a huge chunk of this mission stealth, and you can actually get past all the enemies. You don't have to deal with a lot of the juggernauts. A lot of people don't know how to do stealth in this mission, and they really mess up. They go loud a lot of times. So in order to do this guide, I personally recommend that you have a full party. You have 3 other people working with you, or at least have the randoms in your lobby working with you. Make sure you're talking to them on a mic. But I'm going to be doing this with my friends here, and I'm going to show you guys how to complete this mission stealth. I also want to thank my friend Sean Harity for helping me record this, Timmy95, and Headshot0013. Okay, so starting off here, I recommend that you have Overkill as your second perk, and this will allow you to carry 2 primary weapons. Have some kind of weapon that has a good fire rate. You can kill a bunch of enemies quickly. I'm using the AK-47 with the long RPK barrel, and for a secondary weapon, have some type of rifle that you can pick off enemies at long distance, like a sniper rifle. I'm using the Dragunov in this case, and there is actually a suppressor on the table, so if you don't have a suppressor unlocked for these weapons, a lot of these weapons you can actually put a suppressor on it. Now, once you get out here, also one thing to keep in mind, make sure that one teammate has the drone on their class. For, the roll ability, one teammate would have the drone. I have, the armors. We're going to be using that a little bit later. But when you get out of the area, the first thing that you want to do is you want to take out these 3 snipers. They're on these towers in this area. There's one sniper on the far left tower, one in the middle, and one on the right. My friend dropped one of the snipers. The middle sniper can be a little annoying to see because of the tree, but you run a little bit to the right and you'll be able to drop them. Use the suppressor on your sniper rifle, kill those 3 snipers, get rid of them. Once you get rid of the 3 snipers, you want to run all the way to the right, and you'll see kind of this ramp road going up, this one right here. There will actually be 2 hostiles that will be coming down here. Just drop them quietly, get rid of them. Once you get rid of them, go up this road, run up here. Once you're at the top of this road and you're kind of getting towards, the main terminal building in the airport, you will see this guy turned around to your back. Make sure you drop him. Now, watch out for the guy in the catwalk, because there's one guy that keeps walking back and forth on the catwalk. Make sure he's walking in the opposite direction, because that guy can actually see when you drop the enemy. Now, my friend is actually using the drone, which is a lot of help here. He's marking hostiles, and there's usually 2 to 3 hostiles in the parking lot, and they're right near the disrupt communication, that thing that you need to hack. Get rid of the 2 guys from the road right here. Once you get rid of those 2 guys, what you're going to want to do at this point is you're going to want to hold off and wait until that huge squad right below me passes. You see my friend mark them with the drone. You see all those little red dots right there. That's how many enemies are down there. If I went on the catwalk right now, they wouldn't necessarily see me. They would see me for a little bit and get suspicious. And what would happen is, if they got suspicious, they would actually come all the way up. We had to actually try this a few times, and we noticed that if we let them pass, they would not come up on top of the parking garage. But if you run here before they actually cross, they will actually see you for a little bit, get a little suspicious, and they'll come up here to the top of the parking lot to see what's going on, and they'll spot you. So wait until they pass. So I waited until they passed. Now, once these guys pass, crawl prone here, just to be safe. Crawl prone. And you see, I crouched for a little bit there, and I was already getting suspected. So these enemies can see you from a good distance. So make sure that you are prone when you're crossing that little catwalk bridge. Now, once you put on the hacking device on the thing, get right back here and just go prone right here. Just basically hide right here, hide behind this little wall right here in this area, and the thing will automatically copy. Now, if your teammates are right next to you, each additional teammate, it'll actually multiply. So you see I have 3 teammates with me. It's worm uploading times 3, so it's actually going faster. So it'll copy right here. You see the enemies are walking away. We're just waiting until this copy. This section is pretty easy right here. You just get rid of those guys, come up here on this road, crawl through prone, hide right behind here. When you copy it, we wait until it's copied. Once it's copied, we're going to be crossing back prone right here. We're going to be then moving to the next area. And what the team wants to do at this point is, when you get in this area, you have 3 guys that just sit here. Sit in the back, because you only need really 1 person to go down in the next spot. And the next spot is actually really risky, and it's really easy to get detected. So just everybody go in this corner, and 1 person should use a drone. So 1 person who has the drone should use that drone and get all the way up near the ceiling. And the reason he wants to get all the way up near the ceiling is because the enemies will actually see the drone if it's any lower, and just spot as many enemies as you can. Timmy earlier, this is from his gameplay right now, this is what Timmy saw on his screen, and I thank Timmy for sharing this footage. But Timmy, what he's doing is, he is actually hiding in this back room, and the enemies cannot find you in this back room. He's actually waiting until the original thing was copying. So in this time, us three were still near the first objective. Once that thing is done copying, my friend who was in the corner upstairs is getting on that drone. He's marking the targets for Timmy. And you don't need a UAV in this level, but if you bring some UAVs, it'll help tremendously, especially considering the fact that this is a stealth mission. So my friend used the drone, marked all the enemies for Timmy. Timmy knew where they are. He can take a good look. He also used a UAV for him. He sees the radar, sees one enemy right here, puts the device from behind a counter, and runs back, jumps up on top of these crates, comes right back here to the rest of the team. And as long as you are back here, you're pretty much on top of, you know, the room where you were hacking. The thing will copy. So all everybody needs to do at this point is just wait. Nobody move. Everybody just wait. You only need one guy in that section. The worm uploads. Now the worm is done. Now, once this is done, what you are going to want to do is you're going to want to go back on the road that you came from and exit to the right side. You will see a destroyed bus. I recommend running on the left side of that bus because the enemies can sometimes see you through the windows because the windows are cracked. So the enemies can sometimes peek out and see you through there. So just run on the side of the bus. And once you are over here, you'll see this rooftop. Just jump on top of this rooftop. Jump on top of it. Run across on the rooftop, and then jump on this small little white wall. Now, when you jump on this small little white wall, you'll see a staircase right here. Fall down on it. Don't jump on the staircase. Just fall down on it. You'll take a little bit of damage. Don't worry about it. Now, you want to watch out, because in this building, sometimes there's one guy right near the staircase. In this case, he wasn't here, but another playthrough that we did, he was actually there. So you want to watch out for that guy near the staircase. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. Now, we're going downstairs, we're getting the disguises. This is right in the same area where the disguises are. We're going down here, we hit the button. Make sure to pick up an intel because there's also an intel in this room. Very few people have it because people don't really do stealth on this mission. Now, we get the disguises, and these disguises allow us to dress up as the terrorists. But what you want to do is you want to be careful. Be careful because just because you have the disguise does not mean that you can sneak past all the enemies. Does not mean that. If you get too close to them, they will actually detect you and they will see you. And one thing, do not take the car. Whatever you do, do not take the car. Because the mission giver, she says to you that you can take the car, we left the car for you. But if you take the car, you will always get detected, which is the stupidest thing. I don't know how that makes sense. Infinity Ward has to fix this as soon as possible. So just don't take the car. Instead, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run towards the plane. So just run towards the plane. Get out on this exit right here that we ran out here. Run past the enemies. Be very careful. I recommend running underneath the plane on the right side and just be careful because the enemies are near the tents. Some of them are near the walls. Keep an eye out for them. Once you get through this whole area, run to the left side of the runway. Run all the way to the left side. You want to be as far away from the enemies as possible just to be safe that you're not getting detected. Run all the way down this runway. It's going to be a little bit of a run. Once you're all the way down the runway, at this point, just get on the plane. And the plane will activate, you'll have the next section of the mission. Now, in this case, you will always get detected. When the enemy starts shooting at you on the plane, don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong. You are supposed to get detected. The mission is stealth all the way up to the plane, so you have just completed it pretty much stealth at this point. The plane is pretty straightforward. Just go through it, shoot all the enemies. Remember, you can shoot through a lot of the seats. So a lot of the seats on the plane, you can shoot through them. Get through it. Now, once you get through the first level of the plane, you'll have this door, and you put a charge on it. There will actually be a Juggernaut right behind the door. One of my friends had a Juggernaut kill streak. You don't necessarily need the Juggernaut kill streak, but just have your whole team ready looking on that door. And the second that door blows open, everyone open fire. All 4 people opening fire on the Juggernaut, you'll kill the Juggernaut pretty quickly. So get rid of the Juggernaut. Once you get rid of the Juggernaut, go downstairs in the lower level of the plane. You have about 2 minutes to get the nuclear core off the plane. And in this section, I recommend clear out the entire plane. So clear out the entire lower area of the plane. Do not pick up the nuclear core until the whole floor is clear. The reason you don't want to pick up the nuclear core until the whole floor is clear is because when you pick it up, the timer changes immediately from whatever you have to 20 seconds. So get rid of all the enemies first, then have someone pick up the core. You can see right here, I cleared out the enemies. I told my friends clear, then he picks up the nuclear core. We had 20 seconds. Now what we're doing at this point is we're exiting the plane. So we put the charge on the door right here, jump off, we're out of the plane, we're parachuting. I recommend parachuting on the left side, near the train tracks. So you see where the train tracks are? Recommend parachuting there, And what you want to do is the guy with the nuclear core, if he like hovers over the area where it says reach the LZ, he'll trigger the next checkpoint, because for some stupid reason, sometimes the mission will tell you that you have to hit that specific area where it says reach the LZ. So make sure you hit that area. And what then I recommend everyone do is everyone go to the fire station. It's all the way on the left here. It's this yellowish building. Go to the fire station, because an attack helicopter will be coming after you. And a lot of people, what they do is they hide in the train car and they shoot the attack helicopter. And that is somewhat effective, but I find the fire station to be much more safer, because if somebody goes down, it's much easier to revive them and you're not as exposed. You can go up in the tower in the fire station, or you can shoot out through like the little hole in the ceiling. Get rid of the helicopter here. It's really good cover from the helicopter. The helicopter is destroyed. Now, once you get rid of the helicopter, have everyone follow the train tracks. Cover the guy with the nuclear core, because the guy with the nuclear core cannot shoot, so the person with the least amount of ammo should pick up the nuclear core. And in these sections, this is actually where my body armor, role comes in handy. That's why I recommend that one person have that, because it gives everyone extra health. But, use whatever roles you want. Now, anyways, we're going through here, following the train tracks, and we're going to want to follow this wall. This white wall that we have here. Follow that wall, follow the train tracks all the way to the extraction, to where the helicopter is. I repeat, do not go through the junkyard. Do not go through the junkyard. Now, a lot of people I notice, whenever I do this with randoms, so many times, they run through the junkyard, and they go down, and then they start complaining for me to revive them. The reason you don't want to go through the junkyard is because there's so many enemies there. When you run right here on the train tracks on the side of the wall, you'll encounter some enemies, some helicopter troops, but not that much. When you run through the scrapyard, you're going to be boxed in. Enemies are going to be coming from behind you, on the left side of you, on the right side, and from the front. It's going to be a nightmare. So just don't run through the scrapyard. Run all the way on the side of this wall. Run around. Once you're at this section right here, cross past these crates, run all the way up to the helicopter, climb up the ladder, and you are done. That is pretty much it for the mission. That is how to complete Operation Crosswind Stealth. I hope that you guys found this guide helpful. I noticed a lot of people were struggling on this mission. People just didn't know what they were doing on this mission, and they just had such a hard time with this mission. And a lot of people just didn't want to do stealth, and I got pretty frustrated, because a lot of times I was doing stealth with me and two of my friends, and a fourth random would join in, and he would mess up the stealth, and it would just get pretty annoying when randoms would mess up the stealth. So I hope this guide has helped you guys out. You can do this with randoms if you have people that are cooperating with you, but I always recommend doing it with friends. Let me know what you think down below, and let me know what Spec Op missions do you want me to do next. Which mission would you like me to do a guide for, and how to complete the easiest way possible? I've completed all the Spec Op missions in this game multiple times, so let me know which mission you want me to do next. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, and if you're new to my channel, enjoy my content, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.